Marcus Sterling had everything money could buy. A mansion with 20 rooms. Luxury cars. A private jet. A company worth billions. And yet, every night when he returned home, one small voice was the only thing that made the huge house feel like home. His 8-year-old daughter, Lily. She was a quiet child. Too quiet for her age. After losing her mother 2 years earlier, Lily had changed. She stopped asking for expensive toys. She stopped begging her father to take her on vacations. Instead, she simply wanted one thing. Her father's time. But Marcus was always busy. Meetings. Contracts. Business dinners. Phone calls. He kept telling himself that one day, when the company was more stable, he would slow down. One day. That day never seemed to come. Until one rainy Monday morning. Marcus came downstairs wearing a black suit. His driver, Daniel, was already waiting outside. Marcus picked up his briefcase and headed toward the front door. "Daddy." He stopped. Lily stood at the top of the stairs. She was barefoot. Her hair was messy, and she was holding a small stuffed rabbit against her chest. "Daddy, where are you going?" "To work, sweetheart. Will you be home tonight?" Marcus smiled. "I'll try." Lily looked at him for several seconds. Then she slowly walked down the stairs. "Daddy." "Yes. Please don't get into that car." Marcus frowned. "What?" "The black car." She pointed toward the driveway. "Don't get in." Marcus glanced outside. His black Mercedes was waiting. Daniel stood beside it. Marcus chuckled softly. "Lily, that's Daddy's car." "I know. Then why can't I get in?" Her little eyes suddenly filled with tears. "I don't know." Marcus crouched in front of her. "Then why are you scared?" Lily whispered. "Because Mommy told me something." Marcus froze. His smile disappeared. "Mommy." Lily nodded. "Before she died, she told me that if something ever felt wrong, I should trust my heart." Marcus stared at his daughter. "What does your heart say?" Lily looked toward the window. Then she grabbed his hand. "It says." Her voice trembled. "Don't go." For the first time in years, Marcus didn't know what to say. He looked at his watch. He had an important meeting in less than an hour. But Lily was holding his hand like she was afraid he would disappear. Marcus sighed. "Okay." Lily looked up. "Okay what?" "I won't take the car." She immediately hugged him. Marcus closed his eyes. For a moment, he forgot about his company. His meetings. His billions. There was only his little girl. "Daddy." "Yes. Can we have breakfast together?" Marcus smiled. "Today, Daddy has time." They sat together at the kitchen table. Lily ate pancakes while Marcus watched her. He hadn't realized how much he had missed moments like this. Then, suddenly, crash, a loud sound came from outside. Marcus jumped up. His face went pale. The black Mercedes had rolled backward and smashed into the stone wall. The front end was badly damaged. Marcus stared through the window. Daniel stood frozen beside the wreck. "Daddy." Lily whispered. Marcus turned toward her. She was crying. He rushed over and hugged her. But neither of them knew the truth yet. The car hadn't crashed because of bad brakes. Someone had tampered with it. And the police would later discover something terrifying. The brake line had been deliberately cut. Marcus's life had just been saved by a little girl who couldn't explain what she felt. But there was another mystery. Why had Lily been so certain? That evening, Marcus sat in his study. A police officer stood across from him. "We're treating this as attempted murder." Marcus's jaw tightened. "Who would want me dead?" The officer shook his head. "We don't know yet." Then he placed a small envelope on the desk. "This was found inside your garage." Marcus opened it. Inside was a photograph. It showed Marcus, his late wife, and Lily. On the back, someone had written, "You should have listened to your wife." Marcus stopped breathing. His wife's death had been ruled an accident. A car accident. 2 years ago. But suddenly, nothing felt accidental anymore. That night, Marcus searched through old files. Insurance documents. Police reports. Medical records. Then he found something strange. His wife's accident had happened only 3 days after she had discovered financial fraud inside Marcus's company. Marcus's hands began shaking. He remembered the last conversation he had with her. She had said, "Marcus, there are people around you that you trust too much." He had dismissed it. He had been busy. He had told her they would talk later. Later never came. Marcus suddenly realized the terrible truth. His wife may not have died in an accident. Someone may have killed her. And now they were coming for him. The next morning, Marcus secretly contacted an investigator. They discovered millions of dollars had been transferred from his company to an unknown offshore account. The person approving those transfers. Marcus's most trusted business partner. Victor Hale. A man Marcus had known for 15 years. Marcus couldn't believe it. Victor had attended his wedding. He had held Lily as a baby. He had stood beside Marcus at his wife's funeral. And all along, he may have been the person responsible for everything. Marcus confronted him. Why? Victor didn't even pretend anymore. He smiled. Because you had everything. Marcus stared at him. You killed my wife. Victor's smile disappeared. She discovered what I was doing. And you tried to kill me. You were going to discover it too. Marcus's fists tightened. You came after my daughter. Victor shook his head. No. He looked toward Lily, who was standing outside the room. I never touched her. Then Lily stepped forward. That's not true. Everyone turned. Lily was holding her mother's old music box. She pressed a small button. Music began to play. Victor's face changed. Marcus noticed. Why are you afraid of that? Lily looked at her father. Mommy gave this to me before she died. Marcus opened the music box. Hidden beneath the velvet lining was a tiny memory card. The investigator quickly examined it. It contained recordings, financial transactions, names, dates, and one final audio recording from Marcus's wife. Her voice filled the room. Marcus, if you're hearing this, I'm probably gone. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. His wife's voice continued. I know you may think I left you alone. I didn't. A pause. I tried to protect you. Marcus covered his mouth. I know who is behind the fraud. And if anything happens to me, don't trust Victor. Victor's face turned white. The recording continued. And Marcus. Her voice became softer. Please don't let Lily grow up thinking her father loved his company more than he loved her. Marcus broke down. He had spent 2 years blaming himself for not saving his wife. But now he realized something even worse. He had almost repeated the same mistake with Lily. He had been so busy building a future for her, that he had forgotten to live in the present with her. Marcus turned around. Lily was crying. He walked toward her and dropped to his knees. I'm sorry. Lily hugged him. You came home, Daddy. Marcus held her tightly. Yes. He whispered through his tears. I finally came home. Months later, Victor was arrested. The fraud was exposed. Marcus's company survived. But Marcus changed. He sold his private jet. He stopped working until midnight. He turned down unnecessary meetings. And every evening at 7 o'clock, no matter what was happening, he came home. One evening, Marcus and Lily were sitting on the front porch. Lily looked at him. Daddy. Yes. Do you still remember the day I told you not to get in the car? Marcus smiled. I'll never forget it. Lily leaned against his shoulder. Mommy saved you. Marcus looked toward the sky. Yes, sweetheart. He took Lily's hand. But you saved me too. Me. Marcus nodded. You didn't just save my life. He kissed her forehead. You saved me from becoming a man who had everything. He paused. Except the people he loved. Lily smiled. Then she whispered. Daddy. Yes. Can we have pancakes tomorrow? Marcus laughed through his tears. Tomorrow. Yes. Deal. And for the first time in years, Marcus didn't think about tomorrow's meeting. He didn't think about money. He didn't think about business. He simply sat there with his daughter, holding the tiny hand that had once stopped him from getting into a car. Because sometimes, God doesn't save us through miracles we can understand. Sometimes, He saves us through a child's voice, a warning we almost ignore, a moment we almost rush past. And sometimes the person who saves your life isn't the person with the most knowledge. It's the person who loves you enough to say, Daddy, please don't go.